Hi, I'm Chris, and this is your weekly dose of green and environmental news. This week, the Eden Project's geothermal drilling gets the go-ahead, and have you heard of Giki? This week, the Eden Project in Cornwall announced it had been given the go-ahead to start drilling geothermal wells as part of a 10-year campaign to bring the clean green technology to Cornwall. The project will cost £16.8 million and is funded by the European Regional Development Fund, the Cornwall Council and an institutional investor. The drilling could start in summer 2020. Geothermal is the term for heat generated underground by the earth. It's the same sort of heat that powers geysers and hot springs, which can be tapped into by drilling very long, deep holes. The Eden Project will drill 2 holes about 25 centimetres wide into the granite that lies beneath their world-famous biomes, a whopping 4.5 kilometres down, which will power the site by 2023, making the Eden Project carbon positive. One hole will pump in cold water, the water goes down, heats up, then comes up the other hole at about 180 degrees Celsius, which will then be used to create electricity. Heat from the first hole drilled will be used to heat the biomes, offices and the nursery greenhouses. The second hole, which will be phase 2, will include an electricity plant as well. Here's the Eden Project's co-founder, Sir Tim Smith, explaining a bit more.
Well, today is a really important day. We've been waiting 10 years to be able to say it's full steam ahead for the Eden Project. We've been waiting all that time to get the go-ahead to actually drill 5 kilometres beneath our feet. We've always known that beneath our feet to the centre of the earth, it is hot. Every school child knows that the middle of the world is a molten lump and the heat is only just below us. So what we're going to do is we're going to start drilling in the spring of next year, and we hope that probably within 18 months of that, Eden will be completely carbon negative, and we'll be powering everything that you see around us from renewable sources. Make no mistake, this is a game changer of the biggest kind. In cities all over the world, you've seen protests over the last year and a half over the fact that we are not mediating our carbon fossil fuel use. This provides baseload. The importance of baseload is the reason people have argued that wind and sun is not enough. You still need nuclear and fossil fuel power generation, is because it doesn't blow all the time and at night the sun doesn't shine. But geothermal, deep geothermal, gives you heat 24/7 and can actually level out the periods when the sun isn't shining and the wind isn't blowing, giving us for the first time a jigsaw of completely deliverable renewable energy for the world to enable us to go completely carbon neutral in terms of energy generation. This is unbelievably exciting, and it is so appropriate this is happening in Cornwall. I know the funding is coming from all over Europe, but actually the really important thing is the technology was invented here in Cornwall at Rosemanors, just down the road here. So how exciting for us that the mining tradition of Cornwall is being put to a use that is for a renewable future. Remember this day.
Recent research has shown that geothermal energy could provide up to 20% of the UK's current electricity demand and a vast amount of heating. It'd be a delight to see large companies and organisations taking inspiration from the Eden Project and looking towards generating power using heat from the ground. Maybe in time, this may become more so the norm. Now, changing your shopping habits can sometimes be hard. Many shoppers know that you often have to travel a bit further, spend a bit more to buy locally produced or ethically sourced goods. Supermarkets have the monopoly on our time and the most convenient locations too. And in reality, buying as ethically as possible isn't always easy. But a new app called Giki could make things much easier. It gives many of our most popular supermarket products a rating on how healthy, sustainable and ethical they are. It's available for Android and iOS, and it is quick and easy to get started. Co-creator and sustainability expert Johan spoke to the Sunday Post about how Giki can empower people to make environmental and ethical choices, especially for those who want to lower their carbon footprint. 1/4 of our impact comes from the food we eat, so selecting low carbon products can make a real difference. You can check out on Giki the carbon footprints of UK supermarket products, and this is a really great place to start. Giki is free to download. Each product is awarded badges, there are 13 altogether, and that gives users an indication as to why the product is a good buy based on how ethical, sustainable or healthy they are. This includes where the ingredients are sourced from and whether the packaging is recyclable. I've used apps like this before in the past, and often they work to a certain extent, or they're not really catering for the British market. But this app contains ratings for 250,000 well-known British supermarket products. Technology is sometimes the bad guy when it comes to reducing our carbon footprint and reducing our impact on the environment, but sometimes it can also really help us. So why not download it and test it for yourself? Maybe it'll help you adjust your shopping habits in the future. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to receive the latest videos from Proud to be Green. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I've been Chris, keep green and have a great weekend.